God says, your person's heart spoke last night. Are you ready to hear it? You didn't come across this message by accident. Your arrival at this moment was part of a higher plan because something very important shifted in the spiritual realm while the world was quiet and you were likely resting. Last night, a sacred change happened in the heart of the person you care about. They didn't speak aloud, but their soul began to communicate in a way heaven could hear clearly. Your path to this message has been guided. You didn't stumble here randomly. You were led because you are ready to understand what is happening behind the scenes. While they reflected in the quiet of the night or struggled to find rest, their heart spoke in a deep spiritual way. The fog that clouded their mind has lifted, leaving them with spiritual clarity. Last night was more than a moment of emotion. It was a divine appointment where questions gave way to answers from the Creator. For a long time, they felt pulled in different directions, but that tug of war is over. They asked God one honest question: should I speak? And the answer came gently but with authority. Yes, it wasn't a command, but a release of their spirit. The time for hiding behind excuses is over. They are learning to love from faith, not fear. You may already feel this shift, a calm sense that something has changed. When hearts are connected by heaven, they sense these changes together. There's no need to overthink the timing or seek confirmation. Your strength now comes from remaining still, rooted in your own peace, allowing the Spirit to work freely. Peace has become the new guide in their heart. They've tried to distract themselves with work, noise, and constant motion, but silence keeps finding them. In those quiet moments, your name comes to mind, not as stress, but as calm. They are realizing that love like yours is rare, and delaying it would go against the truth they've been shown. Now they are wrestling with the responsibility of honoring what has been revealed. If this message touches your soul, subscribe to Lord Miracles Daily and comment alignment to affirm that you are walking in step with God's plan. They are now carefully choosing their words. They aren't looking for clever lines, but for sincerity that honors the connection. They reflect on the times they stayed silent or seemed distant, feeling the weight of almost missing what God was creating. This regret isn't meant to shame them, but to awaken them to the gift in front of them. They are asking themselves serious questions about their future and who they want by their side, and every honest answer brings them back to you. A decision has already been made in the quiet places of their heart, and soon you'll see their actions align with it. As the Bible says, as a person thinks in their heart, so they are. Their internal transformation will now show in their external behavior. You will notice more consistency, less hot and cold energy, and more intentional effort. This isn't out of fear of losing you, but from recognizing your true worth. Heaven is removing the resistance that once held them back, clearing the way for a clean, honest connection. They are also starting to see life's patterns with fresh eyes, noticing how you came into their life at exactly the right moment. Every delay, every detour was part of the preparation for this connection, refining them for what was meant to be. They are finally realizing that what they once tried to control was actually being guided by God for their own good. There's a sense of being seen by the Creator now, not in a way that causes shame, but in a way that invites complete honesty. That honesty is drawing them toward the light and freeing them from the need to hide behind who they used to be. They're learning courage in quiet, subtle ways, showing up more, checking in more, and choosing to be fully present when they're with you. This shift didn't start with words. It began in their spirit. They are being humbled as they recognize how patient you were during their season of confusion. They see how you trusted the process even when it hurt, and that realization is reshaping how they understand love. Love is no longer just about wanting something, but about caring for it, protecting it, and honoring what has been entrusted to them. As they move forward, they are seeking wisdom instead of chasing signs. They want to learn how to love you well and how to safeguard what is growing between you. This kind of prayer reflects a deeper spiritual maturity. They are choosing truth over impulse and steadiness over temporary emotion, which means what comes next will be built on something solid, not something fleeting. You don't need to explain yourself or persuade them of anything. That work is already being done. Your role is simply to remain grounded and allow peace to guard your heart as the physical world begins to mirror what has already been settled in the spiritual one. For a long time, they tried to suppress these feelings. They used logic to convince themselves that they shouldn't feel this way about you. They kept their distance, believing that if they ignored what their heart was saying, it would eventually disappear. Instead, the more they resisted, the stronger the connection became. Last night, that resistance finally started to fall apart under the weight of a truth they could no longer deny. In the quiet darkness, their thoughts turned to you. They didn't speak your name aloud, but it echoed within them. As they repeated it silently, memories and emotions rushed back. They remembered the little things you might not even realize they noticed, the sound of your voice, your kindness, and the calm they feel just being near you. Before going any further, if this message is resonating with you, take a moment to acknowledge it in your own way. This person has been quietly asking God the questions they were too afraid to ask you. In the still moments, they've been praying for clarity, wondering if this connection is real and if you are the one meant for them. They were waiting for a sign, and last night the answer didn't come through noise or drama, but through a deep, steady peace they haven't found anywhere else. That peace quieted their restless thoughts and gave them a certainty that doesn't need proof. They are beginning to understand that their desire for you aligns with what God has already been preparing. They now see that running from you was actually running from something God is trying to build in their life. They've replayed past conversations, holding on to the gentle, honest moments that made them feel safe and understood. They've compared how they feel with you to how they feel with anyone else, and nothing measures up. This realization didn't come from pressure or fear, but from clarity and truth. They no longer see you as just an option, but as a blessing that deserves honor. Even if they don't consider themselves deeply spiritual, something greater is still speaking to them. Last night, they admitted something to God they've never said out loud before. They confessed that they don't want to lose you, and that simple, honest prayer carried more weight than they ever expected. In the spiritual realm, they are being humbled by the awareness of your patience and kindness throughout this journey. They see that you never force anything, and that has deepened their respect and appreciation for you. Angels say a wall has finally begun to crack. When a heart stops resisting itself and starts accepting the truth, it cannot stay silent for long. You will soon notice a shift in their energy. It may start subtly, like a change in tone, more attention to your life, or a sudden courage to reach out. This is all part of the preparation for what is about to unfold. Heaven is realigning their priorities. You are no longer just someone they think of occasionally. You have become a lasting presence in their heart. They are realizing that having you in their life brings them closer to God and inspires them to become a better person. This is more than romantic attraction. It is a spiritual confirmation that your lives are meant to intersect for a greater purpose. As you move through your day, remain rooted in your own peace. There is no need to chase them or force conversation. Simply stay open and trust that the work God began is being brought to completion. Any delays were not a denial from heaven, but a necessary time for their heart to be ready to show up for you fully and sincerely. The spiritual preparation that has been occurring is now moving toward tangible action. For a long time, this person thought silence was the safest path, a neutral place to hide from their feelings. But heaven has shifted their perspective, and that quietness now feels heavy and unsustainable. They are feeling a gentle yet persistent pressure to be honest, not out of stress, but from a deep sense of responsibility to you and to truth. The old excuses, timing, readiness, past wounds, no longer satisfy them. They understand that every season has its purpose, and the time for hesitation has ended. In their mind, they are rehearsing the courage it takes to be authentic. They are telling themselves it is time to stop pretending and fully show up as their true self. A new kind of fear is arising, not fear of rejection but fear of hurting you by waiting too long to act. They recognize how much your heart has carried and how much weight their actions have held, and this awareness is making them more careful and intentional in their approach. They want to honor your depth and kindness when they finally step forward. They are seeking guidance from God for the right words, avoiding empty phrases or shallow charm, wanting their words to reflect sincerity and truth. Their commitment will be firm and dependable, even if expressed simply, and it will feel stronger than anything you've experienced before. Their internal state has shifted from reflection to full resolve. They are no longer questioning the connection. They are asking God how they are meant to act on it. They sense that heaven is watching, not to judge, but to guide them into the right actions. They are taking responsibility for the love revealed to them very seriously. This journey also involves deep inner healing. They are examining old wounds and past mistakes, not to dwell in pain, but to ensure they do not carry that baggage into a future with you. They are preparing their heart, mind, and soul to show up fully, with clarity, honesty, and love, ready to honor both you and the divine purpose that has brought you together. They are asking God to create a clean heart within them so they can show up for you as a whole and healthy person. This quiet inner work might make things feel slow right now, but it's necessary for the long-term success of what God is building. They are no longer interested in approaching you casually. Instead, they are asking themselves if they can truly stand by their words and remain consistent for you. This shows great maturity and respect. They are choosing to move slowly and carefully so that the foundation they build with you will be unshakable. Even if moments of doubt arise in your mind, you are encouraged to return to your peace, knowing that your calm energy is protecting the connection while they do this work. The weight they are carrying is the weight of truth, and it affects the way they think and move. They notice how just hearing your name lifts their mood and gives them a sense of belonging they can't find anywhere else. Their heart keeps returning to you because they have realized that you are where their treasure is, and they are becoming protective of this bond. They don't want outside voices or opinions to interfere with what God is shaping between you two. Because of this, they may be pulling inward and speaking less to the world so they can listen more to the Spirit. If you notice them withdrawing from the noise, don't assume they are withdrawing from you. They are refining their focus to be ready for the moment when the time is right. Truth is breaking through, and heaven is slowing the moment to protect both of you. This isn't about timing as a game, but about ensuring that when the words are finally spoken, they bring lasting peace rather than temporary excitement. They are narrowing their focus on what truly matters, and old habits and distractions are losing their power over them. They feel a quiet urgency, sensing that a window of opportunity has opened and that they must be ready to step through it. Their spirit has reached its most important stage, and their heart is no longer wavering. It has settled on one truth, and they have stopped questioning if this connection is right. Instead, they are asking how to best honor the gift God has placed in their hands. They can no longer imagine a future without you, and this realization has come as a quiet, steady conviction that has anchored their soul. They are becoming incredibly careful with their choices because they understand that what is forming between you is precious and fragile and must be protected. They are mindful of who they listen to and where they spend their energy, ensuring nothing interferes with the work heaven is doing in their heart. You may notice that they are less reactive to the world and more thoughtful in their interactions with you, because fear is losing its power and truth is becoming their guide. There is a new sense of firmness inside them, not stubbornness but total certainty. They are aware that the revelations God gave them during their reflection will not leave them until they are honored through action. They no longer seek validation from others, grounding themselves in the confirmation they have received directly from a higher power. They feel accountable to heaven, moving with a calm authority they didn't have before. They are careful in how they approach you, focusing on tone and timing, wanting alignment rather than acting on impulse. Love spoken too early can be fragile, but love spoken when the heart is truly ready becomes unbreakable. And this is why heaven has protected this specific moment. They are slowly releasing their fear of being vulnerable and realizing that honesty doesn't make them weak. It actually sets them free. That freedom is reshaping how they show up with you, making them more present and less weighed down by everyday worries. Instead of rehearsing what to say, they are preparing their heart to be fully honest. When the truth finally comes out, it won't feel heavy at all. It will feel like a deep relief. You won't need to overthink or analyze what's happening because the peace behind their words will be clear on its own. This is not something meant to be rushed. It's meant to arrive complete and whole, with trust quietly protecting both of your hearts. You're not alone in this waiting season. What began in quiet, late-night moments has now reached clarity within them. What once felt confusing was actually a process of spiritual awakening, allowed for a purpose that is both intentional and beautiful. Faithfulness has been the thread running through everything, and they are no longer resisting the path placed before them. What remains now is simply expressing that truth. The words you'll hear will be steady, clear, and sincere, not exaggerated or hurried, but unmistakably real. When you hear them, your spirit won't feel anxious. It will settle into rest. The shift you sensed was real, not imagined. This was never about timing games, it was about the heart becoming ready. They are simplifying their life, mentally and emotionally, making space for what's coming and removing distractions so this connection can grow. If your own life feels clearer lately, that's no coincidence. It's the result of the path being cleared for both of you. They are preparing to show up as their true self, not a version shaped by fear or expectations. They've learned that real strength comes from honesty and care, not control. By opening their heart to truth, they feel closer to the spirit and are learning to trust peace instead of fear. This growth is what will make the next step solid and lasting. You may notice a new steadiness in yourself too, with less need to question signs or worry about what's next because your trust is deepening. Your calm isn't passive, it's powerful, helping create a safe place for this connection to land cleanly and clearly. Their heart now holds a quiet certainty that remains even in silence. They know what has begun within them will be completed. Avoiding the truth has started to disturb their peace, and peace only returns when they imagine being honest with you. That's how they know they're aligned. They understand now that delaying love leads to regret, and they don't want that. They're choosing their words carefully, speaking from love and sincerity, wanting you to feel safe and their intentions to be pure. Everything is moving with purpose. Your role is simply to stay open and grounded in peace, not fear. They've stopped weighing options because they've already chosen truth, and that choice has given them a quiet confidence and restored clarity. They are no longer afraid. They're choosing to be real with you because they've realized that hiding weighs heavier than telling the truth. They know love doesn't demand perfection, only presence, and they're getting ready to show up as they truly are with an open heart. You'll sense that honesty before they even say anything. They've placed the outcome in God's hands, trusting that truth stands on its own and that following it brings protection. Fear-driven thoughts no longer control them, and instead they're grounded in their own integrity. As the noise fades away, the truth becomes impossible to compete with when the moment finally comes. Your patience hasn't been passive, it's been strength, and that strength has reached a turning point in both of you. They're paying attention to spiritual guidance and recognizing direction that feels calm, steady, and purposeful, which is why they're being intentional with their time. They're making room for the conversation that truly matters, choosing to enter peace with you rather than disturb it. What they feel now isn't urgency or adrenaline, but a quiet confidence. They've stopped living in reflection of the past and are fully committed to the future, and this new steadiness reassures them they're on the right path. They're becoming more emotionally open, learning to sit with their feelings instead of running from them. Your consistency and grace have changed how they see you, and where they once noticed only patience, they now recognize strength. Because of that, they're preparing to stand behind their words for the long haul, not just for a moment. The slower pace has been intentional, meant to protect the foundation of what's beginning so it stays whole later on. You're not in uncertainty, you're in preparation, with a heart aligned toward willingness and obedience, and any former resistance has softened through grace. They can feel that the moment is close and excuses no longer satisfy them. What was once spoken in the spirit is moving toward being honored in real life. You can rest knowing you've done your part by staying open and faithful. The shift from silence to truth is nearly complete, and the peace you feel is the final sign that God is finishing exactly what He began.